Well, 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 look who happens to have more time on their hands than they thought today, and also that their back isn't actually killing them at the moment. Hooray for painkillers! Hooray! Also, I am eating angel slices. Hold on. Green tip, brand bunch, and a jelly stick. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Previous grinding edition, we focused very much so on Archer. We also grabbed the access to New Game Plus, and also the start of the quest line that would be for us to go do the relic stuff, but that's for next time on. But that's one of my next times on Fantasy XIV as a whole. This time we're definitely getting Lancer up, or at least I hope I'm able to do that without dying horribly, but yeah, you know. We'll do Honey Log until I'm content with the amount of XP we managed to get out of it, and then finish up with a bit of feathers. Actually, you know what? We're level 9. I think that works out quite well, actually. Hopefully this time my yappings won't end up involving me talking about people being potentially, you know, that kind of person on the internet. So for that record, if I even start uttering anything that happens to even remotely seem like a gacha game, remind me to slap myself in the face. I will do so without a doubt. Okay, my own insanity that I seem to be indulging in aside, let's, you know what, there's one, no, you know, there is something I can do in a bit, possibly, and that is switch back to maybe White Mage, go to the market, grab a bunch of glamour thingies, and go from there. Wait, hang on, where's Fat Cat? Where's my Fat Cat? Where's my Fat Cat? Why is it not summoned? There it is. Is it because I was on a mount when I logged off? Oops. And for the record, to anyone watching this in the future, yes, this is the exact same day as the previous grinding session. I am mad. Anyways, this time around we go into the Lancers Guild now with Wayne, or how are you meant to pronounce his name? Welcome back and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with a spear will have failed the Lancer who lacks composure. We're now ready to learn the second aspect of the Lancer's courage, resolve. Pardon me. When faced with a terrible foe, a Lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he'll become defensive, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A Lancer who fears to attack is naught but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it would do him. It is not and will never be a shield. You know what would be nice as a Lancer weapon? Just legitimately a broom. So that I can then sweep the enemies. Actually, there is a maid outfit you can get in the game. That would actually work quite well, actually, as a glamour. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the Central Shroud, to an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, the neck of the Twelve Woods has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you'll find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become a haunt for foul creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encounter? Ha! To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young Lancer. I will only say this, if you face these foes with a Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed the trial, play report to Jillian in the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage, albeit with some trouble, though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties. Her struggle has furnished her with certain insights, which I think you would benefit from hearing. A Lancer learns best when he is doing, aye, but the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Chris, and do as I bid you. So yeah, the good receptionist there, Jillian. We'll talk to her once we're done with this. So back to Central Shroud! Sight, what's flying overhead? Nah, stupid clouds. Right, anyways. Noisy buggers sometimes flying overhead. I think the noisiest thing that's been like that goes like past nearby is like when like ambulance or police cars driving past, and it's like, and you just hear the sirens going, and it's just like, oh god, my ears, please make it stop. But at the same time, fair enough, because all the cars need to like drive to the side so that they don't get caught up in blockading the road accidentally when an emergency is occurring. So the plan is simple. We head here, we do the collapsed pillars with our interactiveness and kill the things that crop up. Which actually end up being different things. Meanwhile, our fair cat gets to look adorable, just sitting there watching as I stab a toad to death with a stick. Lovely stuff. And our third collapsed pillar. It's a filthy crowd. Thankfully, there's no grenades to cause a blind status on me. Haha. Oh, but there might be a stud. No, that would be death. Oh, okay, obviously, while I'm busy referencing attacks in trails, that does that, which means now we go back to Gridani, or back to Gridani. Yes, we have Honeylog stuff here, but we'll probably, you know what, let's guarantee that with level 10, let's guarantee it, let's go and kill the things that we can kill, because we know where some of these things are. Oh, actually, I'm getting confused a little bit, possibly. We know where the hoglets are. They're over here. There's a white Joker. Let's not fight it. No, wait, they're not over here. No, the hoglet's over this way. I am actually legit getting my head befuddledness occurring. Kill these hoglets, then we can hang on to the quest, because it's not handing just yet. For level 5 quest, there's sure a lot of things to do. Here's me forgetting how long the level 5 quest it is. See, we're definitely 100% doing this, and then we're done with Gridania for classes. In terms of getting the job done. In terms of other aspects, we won't be. Obviously, because, right, there we go, that guaranteed level 10. Right, good. Let's head on over to Gridania, and then we can carry on with Spear of the Fearless, get that handed in, however much longer it takes, and then we get immediately the level 10 quest, which actually we could probably equip anything that's level 10 wise. Cool. See, the one downside to Gridania is that I'm going back through the Blue Badger Gate repeatedly. Unfortunately for me, the Blue Badger Gate is a mile away from me and the Aetherites. Meaning I should just teleport, but then that's a waste of money. Actually, how many of these gladiator arms do I have? Oh, I know, these are all weapon coffers, and then level 15, level 28, level 24. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind for when we go gladiator. Right, back to the Lancers Guild. If only we were going to the East Shroud a whole bunch. That'd be so much more better. Yeah, in a way. Oh. Hello, Jillian. And cutscene. We'll look out soon. I've been expecting you. By your return, I trust you now understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is a matter of training each of its aspects. Now the endeavour must prove difficult in the beginning. Gods know how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, and you will acquire such courage as you never thought could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could simply be a disagreement born of a conflict in ideology. Like, let's say you see a fascist down the street, you walk out to the fascist and punch them in the face. Because they're fascist. The point is, it matters not what battlefield you stand upon, so long as you take care to be composed or resolute, your courage will grow. Did that make any sense? Even a little? I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Wayne, but if there is aught I can do to assist in your training. Huh, what was that? Something is afoot in the training area. Well, a mystery is apparent. Well, or maybe not. Quite clearly, someone's up to something. And you call yourselves Lancers. Pathetic. You are next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse and all will know that you are no true Lancer. Say what you will. I am above provocation. Craven to the last man. Or Craven, rather. Of course, we choose to stand up and go, how about you? A little bit there. Ah, but what have we here? Wait, he is but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted him to your ranks, did you not? Coward. Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. There is naught more to see. Return to your drills. Who the hell is able to just waltz on into a guild, threaten the lot, threaten the new guy, and then get to just leave? Like, if this was any sensible place, he'd be locked up in a jail cell by now. Chris, you made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, it is of little consequence now. You need no pay further heed to our uninvited guest, lest you wonder it's not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage, the composure to bring the sum of your strength, and the skill to bear against your foes, and the resolve to attack when fear would stay your hand, as befits a Lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you, one that will be put your courage to the test. Till then, continue to apply yourself to your training. Farewell! And of course, Lancers do seem to get a bunch of this skill, which is also applicable to the tanks, but obviously it's actually technically worse than what we've got, so I'll take the 10 pieces. We'll just make a bunch of money out of this. Courage of Stone. Ah, I swear you've gained an ilm around the arm since last we spoke. It is plain you have not been idle. Yeah, I'm getting stronger. Picture me, no muscles. I am noodly armed. In our previous lessons, you learned the Lancer's definition of courage, and now you might go about tempering its own two aspects. You know what? Me trying to do that, like, show off like my muscles, the only thing I can image in my head is Earthquake doing that. I am comparing myself to Earthquake, yet I have the skills of Typhoon. Actually, no, he would probably wrestle bounds a lot better than I ever could. Today we shall find out if your efforts have borne fruit. Oh yeah. I see you've come prepared for battle. That is well. Your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. Oh no. In such a situation, one may be attacked from any direction, making it difficult to respond appropriately. Furthermore, the likelihood of being surrounded is high. Will your resolve bear the weight of uncertainty? Will your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you? We shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage you already possess will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel to Naked Rock, where the annals claim dominion. At the summit of the Rock, is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it and bring it to me. If you are to reach your destination, you will need to negotiate a path through whole packs of flesh-eating scalekin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To stride into the midst of so many would ask much of any Lancer's courage. But given time, and a small amount of perseverance, I'm confident you will prove equal to the task. Well, what have we here? A bunch of work that we need to be done. Oh, so, hooray, I didn't go killing them, because we'll be fighting them now. Hooray. But once again, we're in the Central Shroud. Can't we do something in like Northern Shroud? Because at least then I maybe get to the Lancer Guild quicker. Or the East Shroud, because that would be right in front of them. Actually, no, that will probably be level 15 onward stuff, because it tends to follow a formula, it does. But, hopefully maybe we'll take a crack at Halatali at level 20, whether with others or me own some. Oh, so it would appear I'm not going to be able to just go killing anomalies on my route up as much as I thought I would. Oh, so the purpley. Oh, for fuck's sake, I aggroed more than I should have. Oh yeah, we have Lakeside, that's a stun, I'll put that there for now. Oh, okay, a fate just spawned. Hello, Alpha and Anoli. Yeah, just spawned at this. Okay, we're fighting it now, apparently. Link sweep. I should have timed that for when it was going to be an attack. I realise now. Actually, you know what? Since we're fighting this, I think I'll Bishop Queen. That way, we're guaranteed to be able to do a better job. This was not intended of the thing to be done. It happened to spawn at the right time. And sometimes that's good, you know? I do find it funny that the entire list of recent WWE releases are people that I've actively pushed in Universe mode to quite a large extent, to the point where they're holding titles, and it's like, no, I like these people, please WWE, don't, no. It sucks, it really does. I do wish them well in their future endeavors and all that. And finally, we stabbed it to death, hooray! Well, that was certainly a way to level up. I seem to be fighting a lot more enemies than I necessarily need to. Well, hey, you know, this is great. This gives more experience to our Choco as well at the same time. I could have done that with Archer, and I didn't. But then again, I wasn't forcing myself into a fate when it spawned right on top of me, pardon me. I did it! I picked up a walk. Hooray! Congratulations! You have obtained the false stone of courage. Ah, the false stone. Oh, now you think about it, it does feel rather muddy. Aye, you heard me right. False. What does it say about your courage, I wonder? Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Volcruz. We had the pleasure of meeting at the Lancers Guild, if you recall. On that occasion, I turned my weapon upon you, and you betrayed not a hint of fear. It was in that instance that I sensed you were unlike the others, that you had promise. And so to the present. In its current state, the trial in which you are engaged, if trial it may be called, makes a mockery of the Lancer's art. Needless to say, this cannot be tolerated. And so I have taken the liberty of moving the Stone of Courage to a more suitable location. It now resides in the depths of Spirit Hold, under the guard of fell fiends, a far more fitting challenge, as I am sure you will agree. Whether or not you attempt to retrieve the stone is for you to decide. If you fear for your safety, I suggest you run back to the guild and bemoan the world's faithfulness to the many brave souls who cower there. Wayne will doubtless consider it a supremely courageous act. Yet know that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. So, yeah, he's kind of a bit of an arsehole, a little bit there, to be honest. Just, oh, congratulations, this book isn't the correct book. I've hidden the correct book. It's in this place full of dangerous danger that is rather dangerous. And it's just like, oh, well, fuck you too, you cunt. Kind of logic there, a little bit. Oh, we still attracted a trickster wimp. Boo. So the walk is somewhere in here, and I'm just flying around. Ah, there it is. We'll still have to deal with this imp of the phase, because it's right outside the cell, but certainly something, just being able to go and put it somewhere else, like, ugh. Hey, look at me, I'm being more courageous because I'm now having to fight imps instead of random raptors. Whoa, yay. like, let's face it, the level you're intended to do that trial, the whole trial of stone and whatnot, like, for a singular Lancer, it's still dangerous. It's still not good to get hounded by a billion of one particular race, but now it's like, actually, you know what, we might be better with just teleporting at this point. I can use RB for this. Bloody thingy. Ah, you can tell you're on at a better time of the day when you get the fucking bot messages of, hey, buy gold here, buy gold for this amount of USD. USD? What? But this is a Europe data center. 10 minutes delivery. It's like, Thankfully, this quest doesn't take much more longer. We just hand it into Wayne here. So you have returned. Tell me, were you able to attain the Stone of Courage? Indeed we were. Yes, this is indeed the stone. Though it's in rather worse condition than when last I saw it. What happened to Naked Walk? Well, you see, Volcus showed up, and the Lancer who recently threatened you moved the stone to Spirit Hold. Not content with trespassing slander, the brazen fool now meddles with our training? Seven hells, this is not to be borne. Listen well, Chris, though I do not doubt that you know better, my duty as Guildmaster compels me to state the obvious. Heed not that man's words. That Lancer's courage can only be forged in the midst of great danger is vainglorious tripe. As you've already learned, Lancer's courage is the product of composure and resolve. Be under no misapprehension, watchfully navigating the Edoras' territory serve to temper your courage in a manner that blindly braving the terrors of Spirit Hold did not. As you continue your training, pray keep the lesson of this trial close to your heart. Alright, sir, we will. And dangerous conversation is at level 15 and grant us a throwing attack. Lovely. Bloodbath is another one of those like things that we can just put over there. Okay, well with that, we're level 12, so we can't go into a dungeon, so yes, a hunting log. Let's see, we have access to currently Mightlings in North Shroud, Opus in North Shroud, Dynamites are in Brimbatch, and Tree Slugs in the East Shroud. Well, let's go about it then in a orderly fashion. First things first, the Central Shroud. Onwards we go, there's some dire mites to kill with our pokey stick that we can prod things with. So, yeah, I think it was yesterday, like, I come back from being outside and suddenly trailer for GTA 6. And it's like, oh, okay. New trailer, hooray! And it's like, by God, it's a GTA game! I am flabbergasted! Like, how could you, Rockstar? How could you indeed? It's so funny watching some people be like, oh yeah, it's gotten delayed because Rogue. And it's like, have you not played GTA? Have you not played a Rockstar game ever? Because if it's true, like, oh, we've gotten complaints, it's time to pull everything and redo it all. Like, you know what they did with Bully in the UK because of the school bullying problem? That, by the way, wasn't really fixed. Like the school bullying factor, they didn't do shit to fix that, but rather, oh, where is North Shroud? That's North Shroud entrance. But rather they just changed the name to Cadus Canem Edit. Ooh, how hoity-toity do they want to sound, you bleeding Rockstar, you. Like, Seriously, that's all they actually bloody did. They didn't change a fucking thing. GTA 5! Do you know how often you hear the N-word? It's like, oh, but that's fine because that's two black people saying it. Yeah, do you know how many kids then proceed to replicate said language? Do you? And before anyone says, oh, there's 18 rated. Yeah, well, that shows signs of shoddy parenting more than anything else if a child's getting their hands on GTA. And obviously, let's face it, most children watched clips of GTA content on YouTube. I certainly did. I also played the game. But I also, yeah, I done watched a bunch of GTA stuff. Oh, where do I... Oh, let's see. It's one of the many dances away from Minecraft Oscar's plenty about doing. Obviously, anything Rooster Teeth related, gaming related, and plenty of ways to go about your day and all that. When it comes to the aspect of GTA 5. But let's face it, like, it's one of those games that you just wouldn't be able to escape. I don't know what it is, but having the Chocobo with me causes me to ending up having to fight more than one of an enemy. So weird. Well, well. Why would I ever say no to more experience, you know? Anyway, the Micro-Chews will be further along, if I didn't really fight them. Actually, didn't we already fight them in the Outer Shroud? Yeah, we did. It's just Tree Slugs in the East Shroud now. How do I get to the East Shroud from here? I do not. I have to go back into the Central Shroud. Or go through Gridania. Oh, might as well go through Gridania then. So that's just Nathanet to the thingy and then, yeah. Or teleportation. Could teleport. Ah, well. Bit late now, I've set my course. Do 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 do. I wonder how mad someone can be, like trying to, let's say, trying to keep every class of level like as you're doing the content. You know, that would be mad. You know. Like, oh, get to Heaven's Sword. Oh, I gotta get everything up to 50 now. Oh, level 51 quest has started. Right, better get everything up to level 51. Oh, level 52. Right, there we go. Like, that would be A, tiresome, and B, really, really mad. I've spam A, why don't I? It would be madness. Oh, I don't think there's any way to justify it. Like. Right, Tree Slugs. I know you're around here somewhere, you bleedy tree slug. There we are. Finally, a reason to be in the East Shroud. You know, for them being called Tree Slugs, they sure do like not being on the trees themselves. Oh, challenge log, bosom buddies. Because I haven't been using my Chocobo much lately, haven't I? I should use it more. It's definitely when it's like lower level stuff is what I like most. Alright, what do we have here? Arbor Buzzards, that's back in Central, god damn it. Pardon Trent Saplings, which are some around here. Mandragorias, they're around here. Wild Hoglets, Lemurs, Boring Weevils. Fairy Fungus, Giant Nets and Boar Poachers. Oh, that's going to be a bit more annoying because we have to actually get up close. This is Gordlands and Cook and Beaters in the South Shroud and Black Bats. Okay. Well, we'll work on it. We'll work on it to an extent because obviously once level 15 we'll be able to mosey our way into dungeons. In fact, I might do the level 15 first and then I might just to show it off, go into House of the Dead. I don't know, I'm considering when I do that actually, like hop into House of the Dead and do stuff there, you know? Whether it's just one time, here's how it is, behold, look at it, this is how it works when it comes to playing it on bleeding console. or just with a controller. If you do play on PC and use a controller, then you are madder than some people in the world. Seeing as you have a perfectly acceptable keyboard and mouse readily available. At least I have the excuse that I'm playing on an Xbox. As mad as I am. Oh, companion leveled up. Hooray! Oh, we actually have like plenty of points. You know, we're going for the whole strength aspect, so bump and bump. Just make it stronger, you know? Getting more damage. Things can't kill me if it's dead. Obviously, I maybe will put up some points in tank and whatnot. And hey, level 15! Well, I'm already fighting this tree and sapling, I can't change that. You know, it's fine. Tree and saplings are all over the place. We can get one fight. Actually, yeah, you know what? We can kill one more. We'll kill the last tree and sapling. The other stuff that's in the East Shroud, we can go about sorting out once we're done with level 15 class. Or we go into a dungeon. Or a dungeon. That works too. Maybe hang out with other people that have it online. Who never knows? But anywho's, over to the Lancer Guild. So, now we're building Foe Striker gear again. Hooray! That way. I hope that went in. Maybe I need like a proper like bin and not just a bin bag that I fill up and then be like, yep, that's full. I'll throw it away now. Well, that's what I do. I have a bin bag. I probably should get like a proper bin for it though, because I haven't gotten one yet. But then again, my room's kind of full in some ways, so because it's a small room. We'll get out to learn a new skill. Hooray! Ah, Chris, you came at a good time. I urgently require your help. Scarcely a bell ago, our old friend Falcuse paid us another visit, seemingly intent upon reprising the performance he gave on the day of your first meeting. As on that occasion, he waved till the air was thick with slanders, declaring every soul who met his gaze more craven than the last. This time, however, not all ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seems one of our younger members took offence at his words and demanded satisfaction of the rogue. Two of them have since departed to join the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly and rebuked the lad for letting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure the hot-headed fool does not come to lasting harm. I would have departed in pursuit of the pair where you came, but my duties keep me here. That is why I turn to you now, Chris. Pray go to the Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade. Alright, fair enough. Onwards! Oh, crap. just casually get myself stuck. I am the bravest of all lancers, casually stuck behind a railing. Right, anywho's. Fuck yous! So, we meet again. You remember who I am, I trust. I do. Although you could actually go, who are you again? But of course you remember your mentor, he who taught you the true meaning of courage. I understand you were able to achieve the Stone of Courage in Spirit Hold. It seems there is weight about you. Aye, you have the markings of a true Lancer. Unlike those charlatans at the Lancers Guild. It is well that you have come to me, for I have just a trial for you. One that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? Ah, but you have no choice. Should you refuse? Well, suffice it to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here. When last we spoke, I told you that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Needless to say, the fight posed by ordinary creatures is insufficient. We must needs seek out better sport. But fear not, nor I have taken the liberty of finding you something suitable. Take this alchemic potion even, and sprinkle it upon the exposed roots yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down. So we have no choice in this matter, otherwise that guy's going to get stabbed repeatedly, and that would be rather bad. So Bocuse is able to get us to do what he desires us to do. Hooray, I guess. By God, it's an angered tree! This one's an elm one. It looks the same as the tree and sapling, so yeah, just be a bunch of elm trees around here. Oh hey, it doesn't get out of the way. Ooh. Well, I did it, folks. I killed the thing. I don't feel stronger. I just feel like I'm wasting my time. So yeah, yeah. Something bad next time. So you have vanquished the treant. Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have further strengthened your courage. Release your comrade. Oh, I shall. Once you have completed my next trial. This one will put you against a multitude of foes. Make way to Lifemen's Stump in the central shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot among the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there at this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the Alpha Wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. So off we go to Lifemen's Stump. The Stumpy Stump Stamp. Stump, stoop, 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 stomp. Off we go to the central shroud, it's where we will stab a thing. However many stabs will it take to stab a stab? A stab, stab, stab. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Truly, I must have gone mad in the break between parts. Foolishly me. You know what? I probably should have taken that for now. It's excellent there. Good, good. Defeat the wolves! For Q's of the Mist will be here though as well, so we actually have a hand in this one. 'Tis as good as over if the Alpha Wolf paralyzes you. Will your courage hold out in the face of terror? We shall see. Courage is forged only in the midst of great danger. Yay. So it's a friendly reminder that these line AoEs that these wolves happen to utilize, yeah, that's the refrain from getting hit by them, to be honest. I grow definitely bored. Let's make this more interesting. He just blinds us, you know, just casually sells us a potent blinding potion. That's how it. A true Lancer needs not his eyes to win, only his courage. Which is why I'm about to get mauled to death, because a billion pack wolves have appeared. Oh dear, it seems you have enraged the beast. My party is done. The rest I leave to you. Well, it's dead now, so yeah, you leaving does nothing. Duty complete. It's a very simple duty, actually, to be fair. You are to be congratulated, Chris. By throwing yourself into the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage. Hooray! We did it. We beat the wolves. And in the process, you've brought peace to Lifemen's Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must now see that those issued by the guild are naught but child's play. Mine is the one true path to courage. All others lead to ignominy. If you wish to become a Lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Wayne and his House of Cravens, never to return. No. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. Well, okay, well, anyways, that's that done. Back to Rain. Yeah. Oh, that's Stump. You know what, well, backwards to the guild makes sense. We can go to the East Round again. We can just hold in here, kill a few more things. Possibly, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, no, that way. Well, you know, I'm just saving on the travel time. It's actually probably a little bit quicker to go this way around instead of walking from the entrance to there for right, and then actually this is another thing that I want to see timed, like two people who have the same amount of speed, 1, 2, 3, go. Who would get to a certain place, to the Lancers Guild quicker? Would it be going through the Central Shroud from where we were to then walk to the 8th White Shard to then teleport, or going through to East Shroud? Loading times might make a difference, actually. Wayne! I'm here to tell you what happened. Ah, thank the gods you're safe! That young fool of a Lancer returned that moments ago, and through choked tears recounted me all that transpired. And Sanford Cruz again attempted to force upon you his corrupted notion of courage. I cannot say this often enough. A Lancer strengthens his courage by tempering his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. Fool, that's all we do. You were able to overcome Volcur's trials, 'tis true, yet know that you did so by virtue of true courage, that is, courage born of composure and resolve. You faltered not before the fury of a frenzied treant, nor did you succumb to panic when surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves. Owing to this, you were able to perform to the fullest of your potential. Hooray! You have come far. It is past time that I taught you the piercing talon technique, one of the most versatile weapons in the Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. Now I must needs decide what course of action to take with regard to your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives were lost, this latest incident only serves to confirm what I have long suspected, that false Cruz will cause great harm if left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. He must be persuaded to desist, though I do not know yet how. Mayhap his regard for you could be turned to our advantage, but leave such considerations to me. For the time being, you would do well to put false Cruz from your mind, focus on your training, and strive to master the technique I've taught you. I look forward to our next meeting. Indeed. And we get access to different bits of gear. Apparently these fingers hard leather gloves actually would be better. Hooray, I'll do that for this instance. Huzzah! We now have a piercing talon. Always. Level 16. Lovely stuff. Do we want a dungeon? Do we do more hunting log? Do we want a dungeon? Do we want a hunting? Yeah, you know what? We'll have at the East Shard. We can go do more hunting log. we'll do what we can hunting log wise. I'm not gonna make the claims of too big of stuff because, yeah. Those poachers are not the funnest to have to deal with, especially when you're not a range class. So we've got Mandragoras, they're over here, they're around here somewhere. Somewhere. There they are. What else is East Shroud? Lemurs, Boing Weevils, Fey Fungers. Okay, yeah, pretty much quite a lot of stuff actually. We are mad. We are crazy. Rolling all to a tune for Christmas. I humor myself sometimes. I think that's an important factor. If you're having fun, then hey, that's great news. Let's have fun. I think too many people, and I think I'm just saying this because obviously I can't make money from it, but I think too many people are too much in line with thinking, oh, I gotta do this to this extent, to this level of quality, or else I'm never gonna make any money. If I never make any money, then I might as well not bother. And it's like, so you're wanting to do it as a job, is basically what's being said. And that's not necessarily the best way of looking at it, you know? Like, yes, obviously, if it pays the bills, then great news. As long as if you're doing a job that you find fun, then cool. But if you're doing it like a job, but you're making no money, then you're gonna burn yourself out within a second, within days, because you're not looking for it as fun, as a hobby. And then if you ever turn the hobby into a job, then hooray! no need to get all hepped up and not making money, you know? Like, obviously, yes, I 100% would be like, oh, if I was making money, but... Yeah. Maybe I'm just not looking at it in the same angle that some people do when it comes to content creation. After all I'm doing is sitting down and playing a video game. Some people actually do spend a lot of time doing other things, and it's like, that sometimes is important. Right, the giant ants are over here. We're currently not having to deal with stuff, so with the whirlwind fate, so... Distant Bell grants us a power surge, meaning now we use that first before we start using four-pull thrusts. Obviously that doesn't finish that part of the hunting log because it's not the full extent of everything. What's going on here? Jack of all trades, and there's like 3 minutes left. And there's a bunch of additional lemurs around. Ooh, okay, we'll probably refrain from that then. Oh, but it's not where the poachers normally are. No, the poachers are here. As you can see, this looks a lot more tedious to go through hunting log wise, especially since we actively can aggro them. What's great news is we've gotten a wolf one, which is the wrong one. We need the bull ones? Yes, the bull ones. And we have a bloody chocobo. Don't know. I am standing way too fucking close for this. What we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is called Tempting Fate. Apparently we're not actually worthwhile to be getting battered by all of them yet. And I don't know why. Of course it has to be the bloody archery ones. Oh, there we go. No, me jumping over a walk aggro's them. Of course it fucking does. Well, we got the ones that we needed. And that's just the level up. Away! Oh, and the aggro! Even better! Okay, you know what? Sod this. I'm aggroing all of them. I can't stay in the middle of all that. Otherwise, we will just be there forever. Let's just leave. Oh. I realised I just pressed the button that locks in when you're not... when you're focused on an enemy. Well, already clicked on an enemy. Oops. So daisy on that one. Right. Scissors and the black bats. And then the other stuff is south or central. So... this way, down towards Little Solace. This is Gorland. So like one letter removed from Goblin. Which is rather dumb, but hey, you know. Oh, my rough. Stupid chocobo. You know what's even crazier? Like, off stream, randomly, when I've got nothing better to do, I'm just randomly playing Pokemon. I'm not even doing it, Shining Pearl. I'm not even doing anything, I'm just running around in Allberg Mine. Just continuously leveling. I'm not even, not even, for any real purpose, just for the sake of it. Just possibly even for the fun of it, because maybe I am secretly a giant fan of grinding, and I make a bigger deal out of it on stream than in reality. Who knows? Point B. We're level 20 and we have better gear. Well, anyways, Lance of Destiny. You see what's the... Oh, you see... must have played a song at some point in amongst this quest then. But I can't remember it. Well, at least I can make a tribute. You gotta believe it. Yeah, I wish you were there. This is not the greatest song in the world, no. This is a tribute, no. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world, no. Genesis D. Certainly a fun listen to. But wait, that means that means I'm being to liking something Jack Black's involved in, and he's coming in real popular stuff. Oh, let me just put the obvious Chris needs to be a hipster hat on. And yes, it's the same as a couple other hat types, but still. Yeah, I don't like Jack Black anymore. He's in something that's too popular. Yeah. If anyone takes that seriously, I'm going to start slapping you silly, because that is wrong. Like, I like Jack Black, I don't care about the Minecraft movie. That's all. And I wish the Borderlands film was done better. Maybe that's why I'm so against ever looking at the Minecraft movie outside just a glancing blow, because I saw Borderlands and it was shit. Nothing against a good chunk of the cast, because they're talented. I don't think that's on them. I think it's the writing hands down on that one. I've been expecting you, Chris. Have you been training hard, I trust, and not just watching Borderlands and hating on it? I would set you your next trial. One more dangerous than any you have faced before. But I would not send you an unprepared man to his death. Before we proceed, I need to certify your progress with mine own eyes. You will face 3 experienced Lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession, and you'll prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We begin when you are ready. You know, I always think, sometimes I feel like I'm definitely stepping over myself in terms of words when it comes to the dialogue on screen. It's weird, you know, because I can talk. Maybe that's why I try any attempt of scripted content has been thrown out the window. Because for whatever reason, I seem to just stumble over words continuously, and it just makes it a lot harder than it should be. You know? So we start off with a level 14 soft-spoken Lancer. I should probably actually start attacking them. No one is to hold back. Begin! And we win. like we won. Teabag the corpse. Teabag, teabag, teabag. Next! A grizzled Lancer. Ha! Ha! Oh. Done. Next! This one's sharp-eyed. I can life search too, look! Ah! I don't need to disavow this then, I realised. True thrust into the forepaw thrust. We do love our thrusting after all, ladies and gentlemen. Enough! Put up your lance. There we go. Well, that was a simple quest. I'll go back to doing stuff and we'll get round to the level 25 quest at some point. Well done, Chris. Hooray! We did a good job. And we gained 666 XP. Oh no! We're signaling for the devil. Impressive. Most impressive. You are ready to face the trial. Yet I did not exaggerate when I said it would be dangerous. Make no mistake. To take this test is to risk death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? No. Yes, I mean, obviously, I don't want to repeat dialogue. You disappoint me. Oh, back again, are you? That man is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for a guild who shows any promise. Which is why I cancelled him to leave you. Alas, he chose to remain in the House of Cravens. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to object, I invite you to do so with lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, sir, but answer me this, what grudge do you hold against us? For what reason did you choose this of all crusades? I detest cravens, who would proclaim their courage, and like nothing better than to crush them. That is my reason. Well, the fixity of your purpose is clear, even if your reasoning is not, so be it. Suffice it to say, you will not have your way without a fight. Oh, but do not assume that I will be your opponent. No, you must face the lance over whom you so grandly claimed mentorship. The one man among us whose potential you can descend to knowledge. Descend to know knowledge? Chris shall represent us all. As Guildmaster, I wager the fate of the guild upon his lance. Ha! Do as you will, coward. It is your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well, Chris here is done to take a trial. I challenge you to complete the task before he does. You are to travel to the East Shroud and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He is a giant among boars, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and ruler over all his kind. You must go before this fearsome creature and stand your ground. Know, though, that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must needs send him an offering of the bloody tusks of his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. When you have prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of trampled earth. Drawn to the stench of blood, the Lord of the Bramble Patch will soon appear. That is all. Are there any questions? No? Ah, then let the trial commence. Indeed, we shall. Just casually 10 tusks, so that means killing 10 boars. Hooray! You know what? After this quest, we'll go in the Holotolly. We're level 20. We'll probably, we got to kill 10 boars plus quest XP. We might actually make it close to level 21. Do a round of Holotolly that and actually do it for one. Actually do it as a dungeon. Maybe even I'll look about and see if how quick it would take to get through on duty stuff. We'll also kill the black bats while we're here, because that was a answer. I really don't get why people still bring up when that Teens React to MLP occurred. Like there's no point discussing it. Well, rather, there's no point in discussing why you would do something like that, because what point was there in even getting a bunch of teenagers who have no understanding of a show to watch its intro sequence? Like that's all that was shown. Like, of course the opinions of the teens at the time would be biased to no end. Because if they think it looks all girly and childy, which it is, then they'll reject it immediately. Because I don't want people online to think that I have this thing called feelings or emotions. And that's fine too. I just think it's funny that just randomly any video that talks about Fine Bros at this point will talk about like reacts like that one, and it's just like, you know, it's so weird. It's not needed, really. It's like, yeah, that was one of the earlier ones, but still, like considering that a bunch of bronies already did do a react to it, you know? And made an excellent point that, of course, a bunch of them weren't going to give it a chance. Just because all they got shown was the intro and, like, the most lukewarm of memes at the time. That's not to say that it wasn't biased towards bronies being a good thing. I have repeatedly seen proof of why that's not the case, and you know what, I should probably include that into the same topic as everything else, because I don't want to carry on that sentence, actually. But, no, it's so weird. I just argue that anything that becomes a fandom from the basis being people trolling about on 4chan, might want to look in the mirror and be like, is this truly how you want your origins to be? A bunch of trads on 4chan messing around? apparently some people do like that idea. I don't. I don't like that idea at all. 4chan is a terrible place. I'm not going to question the content on there, because I already do on a daily basis. But, you know what? Somewhere where people can just anonymously do stupid bullshit, and maybe that's super racist and sexist and every other ist in the world. Sure, you know what? Convert them all into one place. That's a good idea. You know, follow me. It's like how some subreddits getting banned just causes like a bunch of people to then be like, aha, perfect, that means we'll just spread all of our hatred elsewhere. And then it's like, no, that's not what you're meant to do. You're meant to leave, you're meant to be banned, you're meant to not do this. Ah. But, what do I know, eh? And on the subject of LP, what do I know? It's not like I watched pretty much every single generation or anything. And so I actually can have the insight of they can sometimes be entertaining to watch, but then again I would argue on the concept of as a child it was entertaining. As an adult, probably a lot less so. Like if I watched like some of the random G2 stuff that I watched as a kid, I'd probably be like, oh, what is this bullshit? Why am I watching this? It's pretty much most kid shows would be like that. Where there'll be a few that'll be like, oh, you know what's entertaining, and holy shit, that's a big ball. But, conversely, there's only to an extent you can go, ah yes, this is still entertaining, because of the nostalgia goggles. The wager is as good as one. Behold the true meaning of courage. Well, I'm fighting 2, so... Honestly, that's the thing. I think anything that you watched as when you're younger automatically is either going to be viewed by people who didn't watch it as worse than you claim it is in terms of goodness, or you will be nostalgically blind and not really evaluate it properly. Like, take Pokemon. Most adults that hate on it, other than for any of the very valid reasons, is very much because they didn't grow up with it, or if they did, they grew out of it at a very specific point in their life, which is probably around the time they started caring more about other things than strange and simple RPGs that allow you to go on mystical adventures with a bunch of critters that you trained to be better at fighting. You know? Obviously, I've never grown out of that. But I like Pokemon. Pokemon's cool. Yeah, Game Freak could probably do a better job sometimes. We see Folku's trying to do his best against the bull, and well, so much for the whole in great danger thing. Hooray! He's gonna die! Hooray! Except not, because we foolishly stand in the way. You shan't find much sport in these two. Come back another day, my friend. Well done, Chris. You've completed the trial. Hooray! I trust you now see the truth in my words. Hurling yourself into the midst of danger is not courage, it is folly. No. This proves nothing. I refuse. I refuse to accept. Oh, look, he's taking a step back. He's a coward. You refuse to accept the weakness within you. And off he goes. I'll see you in the next quest, most likely. No, Chris, leave him be. No, that's what I was saying. Oh, for fuck's sake. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you there presently. Indeed we shall. Off we go to the guild once again. Hooray! But no, seriously, I do think that nostalgia does play a role. And I think that's why people want remasters and remakes of all the games they played as a kid. It's like everyone who's nostalgia blind for Oblivion, a game from 2006, nearly 20 years ago now. Like, I go 19 years ago. And of course, once Remaster came out, everyone's like, oh my god, it's Oblivion, it's still good. And it's like, yeah, because it's Oblivion. And Oblivion was good. There are still things about it that obviously we would prefer for it to not exist having, but you know, some of the clunkiness makes it Oblivion. And I think that's an issue where if people would stop being nostalgic, would some franchises actually progress forward in a more meaningful manner? Don't know the answer to that one. But no matter. Getting back to the guild, I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bible Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gored you in the space of a moment and feast on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus were you able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to become master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As to Valkyries, well, if there is a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the self-same lesson as you this day. Painful though the experience must surely have been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth, and prepare yourself for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting. Yes, let's. Pawn pieces, please. There we go. And the next thing is questions and answers at level 25. So, right, let's do support Halatali. Let's go in there. Fuck it. We've actually not been in here yet. So, for the purposes of the playthrough. So, anyone who watches the playthrough playlist and doesn't realizes that I've done this now, haha. Ah well. In the midst of Farallon is this place, Halatali, full of suits of armor, a couple of imps, some fire sprites, you know, the usual sort of thing you'd expect to find in a place like this. And if we hop on over to, we didn't update on the thing, but, and if we go into our hunting log, in order to twin adder, we can actually see some of the enemies here are of, well, two of the enemies, not all of them, are actually of various other things, like the Coliseum Pythons here. They're from Halatali. Some tiers may even include other dungeons. That's kind of neat. So this is where gladiators once learned their craft. Yeah, and heckler imps as well can also be found here, which is lovely. Now, of course, I have no AoE options, so for a long time, Lancers don't really get that. They are very much a single target affair. But you know what, it's fine and all if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, MMO where there's many dungeons are full of many enemy fights, you know, that kind of thing. There's a number of enemies around here. Oh. I've accidentally aggroed a lot more enemies. If the Scion Rewarder dies, then that just shows you how little they're able to heal. In terms of the out healing side of things. Frankly though, I don't really need to worry as much. Like, if we can keep things going at a consistent rate, there are just times when it's like, no, you can't do that. I think it's just the timing of when it will actually go for a cure, I think, might play a role. Because if I tried to wall, the AI healer would muck up. I'm trying to say words. No, I'm failing. My brain's dying. Oh, that's a self-destruct. I'm getting out of that one. Well, we've accidentally killed a lot more than we needed to, but that doorway is sealed. There are enemies up there I am actually going to explore, but wait, we do get some seals thanks to those heckler imps that we killed, so that's always lovely to get. Treasure coffer. That's a reason to go up here then. See, if we were playing with others, we wouldn't be able to do this exploration thing. So, like, do it more. Inside the treasure coffer, we found Gladiator's Tutorial arms. That's level 20. Time or may not have to... Maybe we'll do Gladiator next, just out of wanting to get all these Gladiator arms out of my inventory. You know, just as a thing. There's only 4 objectives in this one. Clear the whole of the castry is the first one. And there's a bunch of gas bombs and heckler imps and doorways we need to deal with. But not why it's wanting to aggro all of the gas bombs. It's not like we've got to deal with some of these enemies that won't destroy themselves first or anything. Oh wells. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. The AI will do that. Oh, fuck's sake. Well, anyways, behold the map. The whole of Cass Street is here, which means we're actually right up close to where we need to get to. Hooray! Well, at least closer than I think. But no, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? It's been a while since I've ever gone through the door entirely. I'll be honest. Because it's not required. Just like all the other ones that are game duty support that are side story stuff. Shouldn't Desert World Darkhold it? I might have to check to see where the quest is for Desert World Darkhold. Because I swear that's like level 44-ish. But anyway, the first boss is right here, Firemane. Yeah. Quite quick actually. Into where we need to go. And so our first boss fight in the dungeon, Firemane. It casts fire to the surprise of no one. And Fire Flow, which does this. But does it in such a way where it's like, you have to quickly maneuver. And then Burning Bolt, your standard tank hit hard thing. So you know, actually quite simple. To be fair though, level 20, so you don't actually have access to most of your kits still, so you're making do with what you've gotten so far. Disembowel. And then we do it for fast. Really, this is quite simple. Oh, wait, no, I want the treasure coffer. Torway's Chain Coif. We'll move faint over there. We'll see if that's better than what we've got. It is. And oh yeah, the Iron Lance we got from the Frost. So now it looks like I've got a bit of chainmail on my head. Basin on my head, really she got it, my on and the sound of the day is gone. Welcome to the next part of the level right here, where we've got to fight a bunch of mantises. I'm trying to do that to the tune of song like Brothers. I don't know, my brain works like that, I guess still. Anyways, now the Scythes, Mantises and the Colosseum Pythons are one thing, but we've got these chain winches. We've got to activate 5 of them. We've got to hope that the ones we activate are the ones that we need to activate, obviously. Whether they contain enemies or some other things is a different matter entirely, obviously. But that does count as the first one that we needed, so hooray! It's just the way you can't just rush on ahead in this bit, because you need to be able to actually interact with the chain matches. 3 lightning sprites! Hooray! I don't know if that's good or not. But whatevers. There we go. This is actually getting us a bunch more sub-instills. We might actually try and promote ourselves a bit in the Trinidad stuff then. Is there a sentry around here? Nope, there is not. Okay, we carry on then. Because this is the bit we're in, and there's a multitude of approaches, of directions we can go. There's the next winch. Good old stabby stab. Let's pull the winch. 3 lightning spikes again! Hooray! Makes this quite simple actually in what we have to do. Right, although there is a definite direction to go, over this way is a treasure coffer! Hooray! Just off to the side here. Guys, it's Torres harness. Is that better than what we're wearing? It is! Hooray! We'll take it. Better gear. Love to see it. It's a shame that the Twin Adder one doesn't actually grant us anything. It's just, hey, look, here's some seals. Which in terms of experience it doesn't give you anything, which is a shame, but oh well. Can't expect to get everything now in one go, that would be way too greedy. Alright, chain winch, what have you got for me this time? More lightning spikes? No, a gas bomb! Hooray! Oh, the gun drill was a fool. There's another Colosseum Python. Now look at the enemies to start with. There is that chain winch, but if we head this way, what do we find? Do we find anything, or is there nothing to be found? Okay, there is nothing to be found, because of course there's the door that stops us from going into the other parts. I.e. the Hall of the Bastari, we can't go that way. So, all in all, that was a sensible use of our time. Let us operate the last chain winch and hope to God it's not another gas bomb. It's another gas bomb, get out of there, you idiots! There we go. Right, Hall of the secretaries. This is the Thunderclap Goynov fight. Goynov. Thunderclap Goynov. No, that's completely wrong. That's horribly wrong, and I'm gonna now have to slap myself. Slap. It uses electric attacks in a giant puddle of water. So, zero guesses on what it's capable of doing. I.e. this. Which means, get the fuck out. The giant red load of text being like, get the fuck out of the water now, is a very telling sign, to say the least. Also, you may have noticed, Medica 2. This fight is rather unique actually. It gives the Scion Conjurer Medica 2 to be able to counteract the electricity thing. That's kind of cool actually. You know what, fuck it, Braver. Let's try and get through the fight a little bit quicker. Ah, oh, crap, I've been caught in it. No. Relive these. Let me get over here and it will actually cast it, even though it's nowhere near level 50 at this point. Like, such a weird thing to include. Like, Medica 2 is not needed actually. Because it's just a standard fight, basically, outside of the times when it does the whole electricity thing that makes you have to get out of the water, which, you know, makes valid sense. You don't stay in the swimming pool as jumper cables are about to set things into a blaze of electricity. But hey, you got more stuff, hooray! And some of it. Oh, we've hit the point where our gear doesn't matter, okay. What level did we hit? Ah, we went jumping up to level 24. Okay. Well, into the ethereal flow for the second time, as this nets us over to... Ah, it's by this door. Yeah, we're now in the next bit. Buddhist speak. Things quiet down a little bit as now we've dealt with that boss fight. Now it's just go about your day. Going through regular mobs now. Well, as regular as they can be, seeing as we're dealing with gas bombs still. The gas is so potent that it's turned itself into a bomb and uses self-destruct. We're going to call it coughing and wheezing and pain and misery and why do you have to keep blowing up my Pokemon, you fucking bastards? All my pain and misery aside, the Ludus door. Ludus speak, Ludus door. I wumbo, you wumbo, wumbology. Now, we haven't actually... Oh, have we actually seen everything? Oh, we might have actually seen everything. Of course, heading over this way where treasure coffer is. Oh no! A pit feisty! It's here to stop us from just grabbing the treasure! Darn it! Well, it was bound to happen. So, technically an extra enemy if you want to fight it. You don't have to, you can just go through the door. I think. Maybe, I don't know actually. But, you know, hey, you know, extra enemy plus weapon cover, treasure cover, over some ethereal Basir cuffs, okay. Your standard pink item where it's better than some normal items you get, but not necessarily better in the grand scheme of things. Okay, Ludus door. Go, show me the money. This ain't money. This is just another bloody haul. And mapping the world, hello Tully. Hooray! 10 more achievement points. Nose issues I need to do and check if I've got any tissues potentially. But entering in on the other side of this hall is an enemy. Oh no, it's Tangata, the thing that we see on the feet bit. Well, let's go defeating it. Our final fight inside here has straight punch. As opposed to the gay punch, this one actually does damage. Or maybe it does damage in spite of being straight. Who knows? Burning Ward. It calls upon spirits of flame, stopping us from being able to actively do much to it. Basically it means a bunch of enemies spawn and we have to kill them. Obviously, ideally before they get close to his fiery shield of fieriness. And now the water's vanished. Which means we did our job. Plain pound. You know, maybe his punch isn't all that straight then. Boom. Boom. So we could have standed on the more the inner circle there and not have to then take a little while longer than the AI to do the whole make way through thing. Another burning ward to ruin our day. There we go. Why was the Marauder going all the way over there? The fuck? That was weird. Oh well. Cortex Firewall as a small AoE. Actually likes the use of doing it, actually. Is it about Burning Ward? No, it's plain Powding. Okay. Brave Earth. Should probably just be one last instance of Burning Ward potentially, or not at all. You might have gone lucky. There we go. We leveled up. Lovely stuff. Square Enix! They're willing to fucking make the things work for the stuff. Oh, for first. That's gonna probably be best to put there because if no assessment portal, it is the. Yeah, actually, hang on, that means to level 26. Yeah, it's combos off a 4 pool. Actually, I gotta check. Are we level 26 or are we level 27? No, we're level 27. Ooh. Which means this treasure coffer is completely useless. Another serial brass earcuffs. Fucking hell. Oh well, that's Holotali. So, you know, a nice little side dungeon for those that want to do it. And we have better gear anyway than gear that we got from it. Hooray, because we're higher level. It's good to see you again, Chris. And stronger than when we last spoke. Plainly, you've devoted many hours to trading. More like 20 minutes, probably. Then, plainly, you have devoted many hours. Oh, that's what I just said. Which is just as well, for I have in mind to set you your next task. Why is that your like? Put a comma there for fuck's sake. At the Bramble Patch, you came to grasp the true meaning of courage. I would have you put their courage to the proof before 3 masters of our art. In the many years since they began their training within these walls, these men have led very different lives. Yet they share the distinction of being regarded amongst the finest lancers of their time. And just as they once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall you look to them. By offending yourself to their wisdom, you will take another step toward becoming a fully fledged lancer. Your first instructor is a man named Mephaomi. Seek him out at Amoreskak's Spire in the East Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. Long years at his post have honed his perception. No detail skips the man's piercing gaze. Present yourself before him for inspection, and do as he bids you. Simple enough objective. Go to a place and see what they have to say. Oh, I'm overgeneralizing it, maybe a bit too much, but hey, you know, it is what it is after all. I should probably check my mounts. Oh, no. Actually, you know what? Yeah, companion. Do we have points? We do have points. You know what? Let's attain the other forms in the event that we want to use them. Besides, we get more companion strength. I was gonna do something else. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at that. Yeah, I think, which was mount guide. We have only 3 mounts, sadly, but we do have the Magic armor, and you can tell it's ours from the quest line because it's got the symbol on it, which is cool. Maggie is with us all along. Hooray! Although I'm not too sure if I want that name actually on this Magic armor, but the Mammoth Core has done its job really well. Hooray! We get a nice tune while riding on it. Don't know how it's magically able to fly. Like, if it was able to fly, it'd be so much better for when we were trying to leave. But, nah, well. So, trades is active again, or has been active the entire time. Ah, you must be the long man, so I was told to expect. Greetings and well met. I am Neferi. Neferi? Commander of the brave men and women of the spire. Now let me have a good look at you. I see. You possess strength and skill in abundance. Of this there is no doubt. But you still want for experience. Oh, I don't doubt you've seen much and more. Mayhap you believe there is naught left out there to unnerve you. Yet the world is wide, and only the gods can claim to know all. You may be assured that the legendary lancers of old falter at times. No lancer nor any man can foresee all possibilities, but he can still himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bowl of fresh spoken blood, stick it out the further great tree to the north. Doing so will allow creatures of night which you are to vanquish. A simple objective. That's literally just over here. Like, no, seriously, like, we just go down here. It's such a simple thing. Such a simple thing to do. Also, we can set it now. We can set our Chocobo to like healer stance, and it'll spend more time trying to keep us healed than attacking. Which might be useful when we're facing down multiple foes, and we don't really have much ways to deal with it. Or we could set it to tank stat, and it would be able to do more in terms of keeping aggro. Again, it would help mitigate us dying. But, it's not needed. I am instinctively not using full thrust, like an idiot. Right, there we go, that's that task done. Welcome back, and well done. I bore witness to your battle, and with my own eyes. The blood bat bewilders its prey with its ceaseless flittering, which makes putting a spear in the beast an exercise in frustration. Frustration that may easily have given rise to panic. Yet to your credit, you fought on resolutely and thus emerged the victor. Rain has taught you well, young one. You have a way to go to be sure, but beneath those rough-hewn edges I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Duskwon Stuffers in the South Shroud. It is there that your next instructor, Duskwon himself, awaits. The man has a unique approach to our art, though it's a fair while since he hung up his spear. His words are well worth hearing. Indeed, lancers visit him as much for his counsel as they do his need. Good though it is. By meeting Duskwon and failing your knowledge of yourself with his knowledge, your lance work will surely improve. Hooray! We get to go to Duskwon again. Over to the South Shroud this time. Ah, nice to say that. Beats having to say over to the Central Shroud for the upteenth millionth bloody time. Well, that's what happens when there's only a certain amount of areas you can actively put quests in without being like, so are we sure we want to put them in an area full of level 40 mobs and they're only going to be like level 20? Well, yes, Jim, that's an excellent idea. We should do that. And then that guy was promptly fired for accepting this dumb idea. And then Jim was also fired for saying dumb ideas all the time. The South Shroud. You know, some of these shrouds do merge together a little bit just because of all the forest. But the South Shroud has memorable bits to it. It's got Quarry Mill, Camp Tranquil, and Bushgron's Doofers. And also Total Wag, if you want to care about that place. Central Shroud is more memorable due to it being the first shroud you probably go into. Similarly, East Shroud has the Sylphs, and North Shroud has Hawkeye. I've just been pressing A. Giving throats wet and bellies full, I ain't got a great deal of time to chat just now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Now, take this full bottle of full flower mead. Wait, don't open it, this ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering of it at Miss Stell's lands, which is a monument tucked away in a rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents, and when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. Okay, so we skipped over a little bit of dialogue there accidentally. Oops, a daisy. My brain may have automated itself a little bit there. Although we are here, there are actually things to fight here that are hunting. Man, that was mean. I just killed a doe in cold blood. Although, to be fair, there's a couple around here where we gotta go. So, getting this objective done is not a bad idea, actually. It lets us more stuff. Well, more experience. Anything else? I don't need to kill this one. This is not part of the hunting log. This is just out of cold blood, like a murderer person. Well, here's the meat to this lance. The hunting log has anything else? Oh no, on the wrong tab. On the last tab. It's the Cronon beaters upwards of the doofers that has stuff, and then we have to go back up to Central Shroud for the other one. So. Entry, so well, it depends where we'll have to go with Boost One being done with. So you offered the mead as I told you, without drinking a drop? Very well, you shall have a tale of me as promised. Miss Stoll is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you to was erected in his honour. Miss Stoll was courage made flesh. Cut him, and I dare say he have blood the stuff. It was him who first identified the two aspects of a Lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering them. And that wasn't all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with our Lancers keeping to the confines of the 12 Woods, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. But Gridania was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and non-forest born were considered faithless savages. Aye, it was even worse than now. Of course, old Miss Dell wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking, when it was a lot of ignorance and cowardice. To cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its doors to foreign Lancers, and by blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for Miss Dell. Us Lancers owe him much and more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that, huh? What's that? When's the trial? As I say, at this point, there isn't one. Your coach is never in doubt, son. My part in your training is done. This time you visit your third and final instructor, a fellow named Foxclart. Foxel. I will call him Foxel. You'll find him wailing around away his time in the bobbing cork, like it's not. Oh, that's the name of an inn in full-ground float, in case you don't know, up in the North Shroud. Foxclart. Another rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift a spear tip off the ground. I warn you, he was a white stone bugger back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humour, so get along with impressing him. Ah, crap. Always getting the blunt end of the stick sometimes. Get it, because we build a... yeah. Anyways. There's some damn beaters. Now let's beat them. And then maybe him too. The sound they make when they get battered. Random sounds go! And yet, at the same time I get annoyed by some sounds in the wild sometimes. Especially when a human being meows. It's so weird. It's like, why are they mewing? You know? Do they want to be part cat? Do they want me to go pss, 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 while scratching under their chin and giving them a bowl of milk or something? Do they want to be domesticated? Oh god, let's not go down that road. Ugh. Well, while I proceed to make myself grossed out. Classic me. Flying away to North Shroud. You can save money with this easy step. It's called just walking. Or in our case, being able to just fly for free! Hooways! We need to get more mounts. Then I could do like a mount roulette button. Go with whichever mount pops up. You know? Ooh, maybe I'll go into like the store and be like, oh, what's like a $5? Oh wait, no, I'll have to add coins. That's not as fun as it may sound, actually. I'll find that idea, actually, because I have to add coins. Well, maybe that's something that we could potentially do in the future as just like a bit of fun. Just be like, hey, there's this thing that we can have fun with. Or something. I don't know. Anyways, full ground float. Been a while since we... Yeah, pardon me. It's been a while since we had to actively do anything inside of this place. Oh no, this is the wrong person. That's just a random lava fell. What we're looking for is up here. I take it you are the long lancer whom Wayne spoke. An adventurer besides, but look at you, I was an adventurer myself once. Man, how many people took cowardice to the knee? That was before I became a lance for hire. But enough idle talk. You've come to learn from me. And learn from me you shall. People will know that you will not find me as lenient as instructor as the others. Now pay attention. For survive, you'll learn to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you'll learn to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Wet Balloon. However, the creature will appear only when there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing the magic campfire. This should suffice to entice the Wet Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor, till it is wiped to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. Alright, so now we're going to go kill balloons. Simple enough objective. Let us make our way to where they are. There are some over there near some golems, but the quest objective tells us over here, so we'll go here first. It's a simple combo this is, now that we've hit, since hitting level 26. True Thrust, Disembowel. True Thrust, Super Thrust, Full Thrust. Do that until Disembowel is needed to be reapplied. Or if it's like a second off and you hit True Thrust, you can Disembowel. Yeah, higher powered Disembowel can be good for the soul. Ah, yours on Scavenger wants to fight, does it? Like in this instance, I could have probably Disemboweled, keep Disembowel going, but... reapply it. Ah, well, it's the curse of not timing things properly. But also, we end up having a lot of times of using True Thrust in between the uses of the other attacks now. This is just out of the fact that we have to spend more time going through the combo, but that's fine too, you know? It's more interactive that way, it's more interesting, you don't get bored and tired out and thinking, by God, we could do something else with our lives. But, you know, like pressing Razor Leaf on a billion Geodudes. No, seriously, I've done that recently. It's not as funny as you think. Actually, you know what? I'll lie a little bit with that statement. Obviously, oh god, this is not true courage, ladies and gentlemen. This is me dying horribly like an idiot. Choco, heal me, please. Chocobo is great for like the single player content because it means that we can adapt to our thing. Like look, I handled change already. I don't need to fight that Wet Balloon now. Hooray! That obviously that's not how it works. Balloon, you here, Balloon? Get back here, you! I'm gonna stab you now. Oh yeah, we gotta use the gutted campfire, which is over here. Really? Oh good, we were just out of range of that Yards and Scavenger. Anyway, this big red balloon has a detonator skill that we'll try to use. We'll just move out the way and start throwing our lands at it. There we go. Well, now to talk to Fox Clark. It's like some kind of French company bought Fox or something, you know? Maybe that's why I had a hatred of getting driven places, because, good lord, when I wanted to use as a Fox, I was just like, no, please, anything but that. Oh, I don't know. So you've vanquished the red balloon, no less what I would expect from one of the gains. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the times about to shift repeatedly. No, it didn't. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. So it was that you emerged triumphant. I'm not known for being liberal with my praise, but you've done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake your training. You are still a fledgling among us, after all. I finish with you. You may report back to Rain, and when you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. Choosing to not show his face to his peers, despite being the guild master. Foolish person. Foolish Rain, actually. You know who he is. Don't need to say foolish person. Randomly the SSX3 soundtrack. It's in my head. That's two completely different songs, Chris. I know. Now I know. Possibly zero. Oh. Can I assume the Buxx brunette of the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves? Very well, I shall see what I do. Then again, we did just tell him about that, so fair enough. As for you, well done. No doubt that you would meet with the approval of all three men, yet I am no less proud of you for having done so. Travelled far along the Lancer's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education here. Do so, I'll give you my blessing to leave the Lancer's Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. Job Stonecrest. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work and return when you are ready for your final challenge. I look forward to our next meeting. Indeedly. Let's take the silver pieces and be on our way. Level 28. Which means we are off level for a little bit of that Hawkeye Manor we could go do. Lovely stuff, that. Do I want to do that right now, though? This took us an hour less. We're already like real close to just doing the level 30 quest and moving on with our lives. What the fuck? Why does Archer take so much longer? Why does Archer take so much longer then? That's because I detoured at times. It has to be. Whereas this we've just punched our way through, because like we could go do hunting log stuff, but it's like we gotta kill that, which will be a real low level compared to us, and then that's just gonna take a little bit more, and then we gotta do that for 2 more levels with the level 3 stuff. So that's the only thing I can think of. Like, fuck it, yeah, Hawkeye Manor, let's go in and do our stuff. We'll go in, we'll fight the first boss. If we're level 5, we can just straight up leave out the front door. Not saying that's what we'll do, but it's what we can do. The Hawkeye can take a little bit sometimes, depending on things, but we're also not going to go into all the different detours. We're just going to beeline it, so we just need the keys necessary for being able to beeline it. Good news, we went straight ahead, which went straight up to the maidservant. That's good. Also, hey, we're off level for the dungeon. This is great. Although, actually, I should probably check to see if any of the gear we've got would be better. It would be. We have some mana stuff. And then silver battle fork. Now, thanks to the last stuff. Oh, what do we yap about? Ooh, you know what? I definitely should probably make like Chris's favorite Pokemon thing, but at the same time, it's also a lot harder than you think. Like, I may just do like a CF taped, and just go through like see if I can find like a tier list of like all Pokemon ever, or even maybe just, or maybe maybe get more views out of it. Split off into each region. Just find one for each specific region, or like every single Pokemon that exists. Then I can give my honest thoughts in terms of the generations of games that I've played for them. Which means I think Gen 3 and Gen 5 will be the hardest assortment, because yeah, those are the two generations that kind of skipped me by in a way. I'm not saying that I haven't dabbled in any games that those Pokemon appear in, just more less the ones that they started in. Whereas with something like Gen 1 Pokemon, I can tell you how good some of them actually are in Generation 1, and how quickly power crept they were by Gen 3. Because Gen 2, believe it or not, is very much, Generation 2, Gold and Silver, are very much sequel games. More so than any other generation of Pokemon. It carries on the Team Rocket stuff, it straight up tells you, hey, it's been this long since the events of the first gen. Most of the Pokemon you'll have are Kantomons. There are Johtomons that you can only find in Kanto, which does ask the bizarre question. Are they Johtomons because they're Gen 2 and that's Johto? Or are they Kantomons because you can only find them in Kanto? You know? It's a weird conundrum, really, a little bit. It's like, what makes a Pokemon native to a land and not being called a Galar, like with a Galar Pokemon, like a Galarian version? You know, technically the Koffings are Galarian Koffings because they evolve into Galarian Weezing, but are not called that. You know, they're not called Galarian Koffing because they look exactly the same as the Cantonian. Yet the conditions of the area allows them to evolve differently. It's still an interesting thing. Because, I mean, I think, obviously, some Pokemon will automatically be, like, top of the list. Like, oh, these are the greatest, oh, love them so much. Like, the starters will probably be, most of the stars will probably be higher, no matter what. Some of the legendaries, I think, will be biasly more higher rated. Because I don't think there's really any truly, like, in terms of the aesthetics, legendaries are cool. I like legendaries. In terms of actually getting a use out of them, not less so, because most of them are post-game only affair, because obviously to give you legendaries in the main story is basically usually just the box one, and even then, not necessarily. Like, take Sword and Shield, you don't get the doggos, you don't get them. You get Eternatus, which directly counters Charizard. Leon's Charizard, and that's all you do with it, basically, in terms of the main story of Sword and Shield. In fact, that's what we did with the Nuzlocke. We used that. So, you know, it very much, there is that aspect of usability as well. Like, you could go from, like, is this Pokemon actually usable? Or do you just like its aesthetics / you know, maybe you have used it in a game where it's more readily available and it's actually kind of fun to use, you know? I'm not sure actually. That might be something to do. That might be something to do than just like have like a multiple days of like, hey, here's a video of me rambling about Pokemon. I could even spread them out to like every other day or something. Or just take a bit, but or just do it all in one go. But I feel like I would have to maybe alter the tiers a bit. You know, maybe that's something that will happen. Maybe I'll just do a bunch of tier lists and see how that goes. Ugh. My channel is way too small for me to be going like, oh, I know, I should make a second channel. Because obviously, no, I don't. And who knows, and you know, Sod's Law would dictate, I make a different channel, do a different thing on there, and it will be suddenly just, oh hey, this is a lot more popular than what I put out on my actual channel, what the fuck. And then that would be very unfortunate, you know? That would be very unfortunate, but I think the thing is, I don't get the appeal of second channels. Like, why not just keep everything on the same channel, unless it somehow fucks with the algorithms? In which case, I can kind of understand it then a little bit, but still, it's a little. I don't get the necessity of it. Unless it's like, oh no, this is a completely different audience to, you know, the audience you have on the main channel. Like, maybe it's because, like, let's say for example, this is gaming. Something that's more in line with talking about, say, certain books would be a separate channel. I don't know. I honestly don't know on that one, to be honest. Anyway, we've still got a tiny key which will be useful in the basement, but for now, this first boss. Still primarily wearing toe rag. To be fair though, we've only gone through Hawkeye once. We'll definitely be seeing this again in the Heaven's Ward edition of a grind session, or grind sessions even. Depending how things go there, and I just pressed true first like an idiot. Gotta be more fuller with our fuel first. Go first with true, then with full pull, and then a good full one. You know? Besides, this is a very simple boss. We're just gonna stand around unless the attack specifically goes for us. Pretty much, so. Let's start this where we have to move. Yeah, go. Get it back. Then again, maybe we're doing more damage because it's range, heal, physical, tank. Maybe that's something worth checking while we're in here. Ah. Trying to kill me there. Oh, you know, we'll start it with Waver. Yeah. It's fast boss. It's a simple dungeon one. I realize there are definitely times when I'm sat in a position where I'm not as much on the webcam. I think it's because it's actually positioned higher than it needs to be. There we go. That probably helps. Oh, we didn't actually get a level up from this boss. Huh. Interesting. I feel dressing. That's, nope, Cycle War. Okay, that actually is what we decided then. So, be us up to higher strength. Right, so we won't need to go into any of the rooms other than the last one to get the yellow key. Oh, since we have a tiny key. And that's kind of cool that there is that level of interaction where it's like you could explore the tiny keys, but you'll need more. Oh, you'll be needing more. But they'll give you plenty, you know. They give you the tiny keys needed. Probably disappear for a second. Actually, yeah, you know what? They have it in the bag. I'm just going to disappear for a second. See if I've got any tissues lying around because my nose is physically annoying. Well, I think I cleaned out my nose. But I brought the tissues with me regardless, so it's a good thing I still got some. Because, god damn it, like, it might be hay, it might be like a small case of hay, like minor levels of hay fever that fucked my nose up. I've always gone on about it during the winter. I'm like, pardon me, you think I'd be used to this shit, but no. Because it's fucked in the winter because it's cold. It's fucked during the summer, or well, spring and the summer because it's because of all the pollen. I might have fucked my ears up a little bit because whenever I seem to blow my nose, my ears start. Maybe that's not good for you. That is not good for thinking through. Oh, I was about to say, does that make something go all the way this way? But no, it doesn't. Damn it. I'm fighting the corpse fight. Let me get rid of the maid stuff. Those maid servants only have a lack of clothing on them. The maid serpent's gone. Oh well, we'll probably encounter it while we find these ones then. Yeah. Topics. You know, despite everything that I said in the previous blind session, I probably haven't in my heart or something at this point. Maybe that's why I have to find tastes of lone woman. Maybe that's it. It's so... It's fun. You know what? You know what? As much as I would hate to see it, I'd much rather see Zoro than other things. Not out of actually liking it, because no, I fucking do not. Like, if I want to see people getting torn to shreds, it's because I'm watching a horror film. Like a good slasher film. Or a saw film. And I just really just want to relax my brain a bit. Actually, that's a good topic. Saw! I love the Saw franchise. I don't know why part of me just actually started enjoying some of the more torture porny ones. But like I will always hold like the first film in as like the best. And then it's all downhill from there. Like, that's my honest opinion of the franchise. Saw 1 is amazing. It's great. Watch it. Give it a watch. Like, and it's not even all that bloody, actually. So those that are more squeamish won't have to worry about it as much. Saw 2, still good. Don't get me wrong. I prefer the first one more. Really. Then Saw 3 is still good as well. Like it's definitely not as good as Saw 2. Saw 4 is definitely worse than Saw 3. God, that one. Well, not as fun. I'm not fine that one. Saw 5, it is around the same level as Saw 4. Saw 6 goes back upwards a little bit. Not to the greatness of Saw 1, but certainly an enjoyable watch. Then Saw 3D, I quite enjoyed it actually. It's more around the same level as like Saw 2 and 6, where it's like, no, I can say it's definitely an enjoyable time. Not necessarily the best, not necessarily mid, but certainly enjoyable enough experience. You know? And then we get into the post-Saw 3D time period where it's like, Jigsaw, it was alright. Spiral, dog shit, literal worse. Anyone who says it's good is lying to themselves and everyone around them. And then Saw 10 where, no, it's back to that level of, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I think I am blinded with the first one. I just think it's a case of where, because of how many films there are, it's been done too much. Like, the concept was good, but then you just have it multiple years in a row where it's like, oh, time for Halloween, time for the mandatory Saw film. And it's just like, the gimmick's done. The gimmick was done. Really, to be honest, like, I think if there was an idea worth exploring, then sure, why not? But I think that's a good mentality to have with any franchise. Does the franchise actually serve a purpose in doing more with it instead of just doing the tried and true? Is there actually a reason to make a sequel? Is there more story to tell? It's like with the MCU. Many people would probably prefer it to have ended at Endgame. And it's like, well, yeah, because that was the culmination of a long amount of story over many a year. Now, is there more to tell in the Marvel Universe? Yes, there will always be more, because there's always more in the comics. But is there more to tell in terms of the grand scheme of things? Oh yeah, probably actually. But it's not going to be as likely to make people go, oh my god, what the fuck, this is super cool, ultra amazing. Especially after having the climax. Anything that follows the climax is going to not be as impressive. That's just how it will always be. We hit level 30, hooray! Which means we could just walk out the door, but you know what, let's get the experience out of being the final boss. It's literally just up the stairs, you know. And yeah, we actually spent a little bit less time on this. I must have detoured too much. Or Total Whack is just that bloody long. Who knows? And then again, we did do a Satasha one before we could then do other things, so maybe it's the order of how we did things this time around. I don't actually know on the answer to that one. I think we might go Gladiator next, just to get all these Gladiator arms out of my inventory, damn it. But, you know. It's like, Final Fantasy gets away from, like, are there more stories to tell in terms of the overarching plot of a Final Fantasy game? Because they don't really sequelize them too often. Something to point out would be, say, Final Fantasy XIV, what we're playing right now. That last one is just gibberish at that point. Because of the fact that it does expansions. And when you had something like Endwalker, which is meant to be like the combination of the entire plot, of course there's going to be people that think Dawn Trail is going to be lesser no matter what, because it's going to be more scaled downwards, because we've had the world-ending threat. You can't now go back to world-ending threats immediately, because there's not enough time to calm down from the previous one. But also at the same time, some people might think like, oh, where's the stakes? Which is a real shame, really, because I'm sure Dawn Trail will get to it and it'll be a blast. I'm sure. Well, actually, I'm not too sure. Might be. Might not be. We'll find out when we get to it, you know? Whether I have the money for it or not by the time or anything, because obviously the Switch 2 will certainly take a chunk of money out of my wallet once I'm able to afford it. That I can guarantee. I do ponder what... I think that's maybe an issue wrestling has sometimes, where it's like, we've told the super cool story of the face going over and beating the heel that held the title for a good 6 months. Okay, what do we tell now? Some lesser evil shows up and they beat them? I think that's definitely an issue with storytelling. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I've got these amazing stories in my head that will be better than any best-selling author ever. Like, no, probably not, actually. But I know what I mean. Then again, I know what my strengths are. If I was to try writing properly, definitely seems to be dependent on other factors. But then again, I think that's just from my enjoyment of D&D, really. Seduced. Losing the disavow. I still got damage on it. Will it hit level 2 in a timely manner, or will it not? I doubt on the timing manner. That void cool. Oh, you know what? It's low enough. There we go. A level up with some caliber. She gets disapparated, and we got a succubus card. Did we actually already have one? Did we already have a succubus? We did. Some of those are just real easy to get your hands on more of. Hey, Tide Splitter! Perfect. That's actually better than what we have. Let's leave and make our way to the Lancer quest. Up a couple more minutes, but hey, a little bit more experience is always a good thing. Proof of Might. A final trial for us to have before we'll be done with the Lancer. Ooh. And not a bad amount of time as well. Ever a sight for sore eyes you are, Chris. By your return, I take it you are ready for the final trial. Very well. Let us... Guildmaster Uwain! You are wounded. What has happened? We were attacked, sir, by a Duskwhite Lancer, so we trained in the forest. He was impossibly strong. A demon. He kept screaming something about teaching us true courage. No, not him. Not Valcruz. We were in the northwest corner of the Central Shroud when it happened. I was able to get away, but the others... You must help the others. Be strong, man. I'm sorry, Chris. The trial must wait. Pray make haste to the Central Shroud and help your comrades. And should for Chris force your hand, do what must be done. 12 speed you on your way. Yes, so it looks like we're going to have to deal with that. And I don't know what I'm meant to put in like a blocked sense. Because I feel like the C's are specifically because they were trying to get around that, you know? Just trying to figure that one out. White Wolf Gate is the correct gate to go through this time. Yeah, no reason to use White Wolf Gate. Fucking finally. Let's investigate the scene where... Oh, there's a scarred lance. Whether that's of importance or not doesn't really matter right now, other than where has he gone and where are the men. A duty nonetheless occurs to start us off. Help! For the love of the 12! Help me! Oh no. How is this courage? Help me, please! Oh no, do we help him? No, I probably should help. He's getting absolutely whacked. Get them away from me! We will. Oh, we will. Eventually. There we go. Simple duty. Just murder those things. I owe you my life, friend. Another breath and I would become worm fodder. Duskwhite Lancer unleashed the fiends upon us, claiming you would temper our courage. Should have seen the look in his eyes when he said it. Mad bastard. Where is he now? I think he's off towards the North Shroud. Maybe in the direction of Foregone Float. Can't say for sure. I was concentrating on the skeleton at the time. If it's a awakening you seek, you are like to be disappointed. Those of us who managed to outrun the worms have already alerted the whalers. I dare say the Dustwight is being held at spear point as we speak, begging for his worthless life in a puddle of his own piss. Serves the bastard right and all. Potential racist overtones there a little bit on that one. Well, let's go into North Shroud and see what we can find. Your mount can fly no higher. Your mount can fly no higher. Your mount can't fly that low either. Oh. Your mount is flying just right. Whee! Through the branches! Woo! Wow. Hello, folks. Yes, drowning, yes, in his own piss, you say. Maybe other people's, and those of their blood and deafness. Probably some other things, because weakness mortis and how the body reacts upon death and all that. What kept you? Helping your comrades, you say? Fool. You waste your pity on false friends. It is only a matter of time before they betray you. Aye, just like those wretches who saw me imprisoned and exiled. I was once an upright citizen of Gardania, and a man of the Lancers Guild. Yet life was not easy. For want of the coin to obtain the barest necessities, I conspired with my closest comrades to steal from the guild's coffers. The theft soon came to light, and though there were no suspects, it was clear the deed had been perpetrated by someone within the ranks. An air of suspicion hung heavy over the guild, and from that day forth, until at last, unable to bear the guilt, I convinced my accomplices to join me in confessing. Only for them to bite their craven tongues after I stepped forward and admitted my part in the crime, and so was I alone to the blame. Of course it was the Dustwight, everyone said. Was there any other doubt? It all made perfect sense. Despite my heartfelt pleas, my so-called friends denied any involvement. Instead, they called me vulgar names that I do not care to repeat. Insert versions of the N-word for Dustwight Ellison. Can you imagine the shock and anguish I felt at their betrayal? Darn. Would that I had the strength to force the truth out of those traitors. Would that I had the courage to escape my judgment's cell, even if it meant taking some hapless guard's life. Driven by vengeance, and no small amount of self-loathing, I am resolved to forge my courage anew. I strode into the lairs of ravenous fiends while drenched in blood. I put their helpless offspring to the spear, and that I might face the unbridled fury of their kin. For my efforts, I've acquired the ultimate courage, a courage forged amidst danger and tempered by rage. I fear nothing. I am the greatest lancer that has ever lived. And so we'll fight. We settle this once and for all. Standard affair for a lancer to use. You are the sole lancer worthy of the name. By defeating you, I will prove my courage. Ugh, you will not get the better of me. Spurred souls appear. You think me with honor? To hell's with your honor. I fight for victory, and I will stop at nothing to attain it. Getting more and more angered, in my opinion. Now, a little bit. That's just how it goes. Oh, the cookie crumbles. Avatsi. No, such large charge times just means that I'm able to get out of the way. Oh, there we go. We've stabbed him with our pointy metallic stick that has wood and metal on it. Impossible! My courage is absolute! Look out! No! Come no closer! It's probably what the dialogue should be saying. True terror at the end of it all. His face truly showed. Well, someone better go and check to see if there's a body, otherwise we can't say for sure he's dead, but that is a fall that no one should be taking, so especially after several stab wounds of a lance, so someone prepare an empty coffin, we gotta do a dance. Oh god, I truly have got some brain rot in my head. See, why can't people be more sophisticated and have in their heads, thanks to brain rot, something, I don't know, like some kind of scream, like a proper brrr, that sort of thing, you know? Right? Right? I'm not mad for that, right? Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for Squid Game Season 3, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I have no idea what's going on. Someone enlighten me, please. I'll be honest, I think I understood what was going on with Season 2. And obviously Season 1, Season 1. You know what, actually is a good point on the whole IPs and franchises and whatnots that seem to go on for too long. Like, I feel like after Season 3, the fact that there's going to be a US one is just like, what? There's no need to make another version of it. They already tried doing a proper game show of it, and then Mr. Beast also did that, and then his own fucking reality game that, you know what, they could have done a lot better with. But, you know, it's like, I feel like it's a tried and true thing that's just maybe getting oversaturated, you know? So, Far Quest is no more. Something's making a noise in my ear. His was a tragic tale, and one that might have been so different had fate not dealt him such a cruel hand. He could well have commanded a place of honour within these halls. But it fails us not to dwell upon what might have been. It's enough that you are still with us, Chris. Lest you wonder about your final trial, there will be none. I've seen all I need to see. You've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that yours is a genuine courage. In recognition of this, I shall pass to you the secrets of Lance Charge, one of the most potent abilities in our arsenal. You are a Lancer in your own right now. There is not more I can teach you from here onwards. It is up to you to seek out such challenges as will make you grow. Like attracts like, and the strong are drawn to strength. Just as I once knew for certainty that I was destined to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch, so too will you find or be found by an adversary of equal worth. None can say what fate will bring, but armed with your courage there is naught you need fear. Keep close to your heart the lessons you have learned, dear, and go forth to blaze a new trail with spear in hand. Trail of spears, I love that idea. We get one last bit of gear that we can grab, and maybe just sell it. And of that, we got Lance Charge. Hooray! A skill that increases our overall strength. Hooray! We can add that to our many buffs that we can get. And our level 30 quest that we get from here now is the Dragoon one. Lie of the Dragon. Ah, I did say you might just be the right man for the job. The guild has urgent need of capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out if you will. Receive word from the Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. Would have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. Occasional Dragoon on patrol duty is about all folk see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honour her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offered to dispatch a contingent of wood whalers with all haste, but were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. So later we explained that we were dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits that description save adventurers. secret sea being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Albrecht will receive you upon arrival. Yes, over to fucking Ishgard. Hooray, we're going into the snows of Corfast. I'm already feeling like my body is frozen right now. God damn you all. Ah. Oh. We'll go through the North Shroud teleport point and head on our way there. It's the observatorium. Save money. I'm being frugal. Hooray! I love how you can see like stuff in the distance in a way, because that's key. Because that's not. Is that still in North Shroud? It is actually. This is what the fuck is this? This is definitely Empire damage. I swear you can see more done from the distance potentially in some places. Maybe, maybe not. Because over there somewhere it is. It's not like. No, that's not what I wanted. Because this is the thing, Water is there, Black Shroud's there, so like there's a level of connection. Especially since we're able to get to it through Corfast. I don't know what I'm saying, obviously. Ooh, what am I doing there? Like, that's not correct. And there's no party to send that to anyway, so... Flag! what madness have I encompassed myself into? Oh, Buick. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom Owain sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Albrecht Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The Eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we have reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Justinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, yeah, true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust, and no little honour. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. Yeah, he'll have to participate in Heavensward. My duties to the sea offer me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to the grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Log General might have knowledge of routes off taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I'd prefer to keep my identity a secret and thus would have you gather what information you can from the man. I must act quickly, for you see Justinian is... But I've already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Justinian was clad in black armour. Now go, and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone. Alright, okay, fair enough. So, yeah, let's go and talk to the sentry fellow and carry on with it. And yes, it is worth pointing out, Justinian, anyone who's played the game will know that he's a pivotal character in the Heavensward expansion. We're not in Heavensward. So anything that happens here, the canonicity might be a little bit skewed a little bit, but who knows. What's favored by Ishgardian fugitives? Now that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't playing someone savoury act yourself, are you? If you were, I doubt you make it far. Anyway, we've caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud. What with Gridania being home to nearly as many Ellison as Ishgard, it's no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than visit Florental's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Idristan. If any suspicious persons across the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. In recent days, even. So it is worth pointing that one out. Just like randomly, yeah, they really like no. Actually, Justinian's super important for Heavensward. It's just like, but what does that make the green quest like? Or maybe it means nothing at all, and it's just a case of, well, hey, here's this super cool character we can use. Yeah, but didn't we use them already for a thing? Yeah, we can use them more now. Hail, adventurer. Yes, I'm the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Corvus. This guardian knight clad in black armour? No, I call nothing of the sort, and such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, fans. I can only suggest that you return to Lord Demel and see if he has any other theories. Yeah. And so, back we go. A simple task of heading into the Shroud and back into Corvus. Thanks, game. I'm loving this trip. What are you doing? Actually, one thing I probably should check is see if we've got any rewards out of any achievements we've been getting. Probably not, because, yeah, that's what we've mainly been doing. Oh well. I'd have to go searching through all the menus then. See if there's anything worthwhile. Whatnot. Oh well. No, like you say, most curious why it's now impossible for a fugitive could make it this far without being espied by Florental's spire. Which leaves the possibility that humanity is still in Ishgard. One's character good sense would the fugitive not want to put a distance of grounds between him and his pursuers. But by the process of deduction, it is a possibility. The climes of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of curious smoke wafting from a cave east of here. At night, where are you? I might begin my search there. Frankly, we don't have to wait for it to be night necessarily, but we'll have to make our way there regardless. Whew. Onwards! And at the campfire, oh, you look at this. Hostile presence of some enemies. Right. Here in the snow, up high, it's the Dragoon Astidian. Ah, fuck. The Ishgard would resort to sending coin-staffed adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. Oh, pardon me. The eye! It rouses for another? Well, at least we're not going to get stabbed. Preposterous. Our path shall cross again. You can be sure of it. And if we choose to not bother with Dragoon in the slightest, we'll see Astidian again in Heavensward. Such an oddity. But regardless, off we go now back to Albrecht and having it all be done. Hire the dragon. See, obviously we are clearly, due to the fact that we haven't even got the jobs done yet, clearly we're a baby dragon. And then at some point in the future we'll be 1,000 dragon. Or something like that. You gave reference. Who? Dragoon climbed, like you say. Tell me all that transpired. Well, he tried to attack me, then the eye shined and stuff. By the fury, that the eye would choose another. I had not thought it possible in light of recent events. It would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. Harbours the power of the dragon, which bestows upon a single chosen soul the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Javaria. On equal footing, soaring the firmament as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is the light of hope of all Ishgardians, and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you might imagine how it pains me to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Astinian's misdeeds. I mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help. Chris, you who have received the power of the dragon, you may labour to believe it, but there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard's long history has the eye roused to more than one individual in a single generation, but it fails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is now you are now a vessel of for the power of the dragon. That dragon lies yet in slumber. However, and you must needs possess the means to wake it, the soul or the dragoon, I would entrust you with mine. Like Astinian, I once wore the disguise of the Azure Dragoon, although that power has since become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye, I don't know why I said the E, has seen fit to choose a second, and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear, none can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail save another Azure Dragoon. You are our only hope of bringing Astinian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. Oh, look at that fat chocobo, it's being led by a Gishel Queen. Oh, so cute. I may be a Dragoon no more, and what knowledge I have I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, naught less than complete mastery over the power of the Dragoon will avail you. That a perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, I'll teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young Dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. And with that, we now get our hands on Dragoon! Hooray! Dragoon! Hooray! We get Dragoon powers. I.e., we get the ability to jump. I think there was a song in the 80s about that. And we have to return here into the observatorium every time we want to do a Dragoon quest. Go away. We have to get arm's length. We'll put that over there for now. For that matter, oh no, not inventory, character, soul crystal, and actions and traits. So we still don't have Chaos Thrust yet, but that's fine. Anyway, we do get access to Elusive Jump to jump backwards, Doom Spike to deal damage in front of us. In an AoE kind of way. Winged Glide allows us to rush to a target enemy's location. Dragonfire dives another dive. Battle Litany increases crit weight of self and nearby party members, and then so forth and so forth. Mainly DPS, various stuff, and there's things here. I actually don't know much about Dragoon, I'll be honest. And at some point, pardon me, it does gain access. Oh yeah, it does upgrade to high jump, and it also gets access to more arch dive as a thing. Now we'll put it there for the moment on the D-pad. And, yeah. Up we go onto these new things. Right, let's... see, so we now have Dragoon currently level 32, meaning it's Blayfox ready. Ooh, lovely. Now, we do have more classes to get through. Hooray! Getting all the job stones. Fun, fun, fun. And a lot of our gear's starting to get horribly damaged. Hey, is there a mender nearby by any chance? Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll fly up to Camp Dragonhead. There'll probably be a mender somewhere around there. And then we'll determine which class we want to go for. Because the Gladiator one would be lovely to just access all the Gladiator weapons. Just get that all done with. Also, the armory chest might be a bit full of weapons, you see. Which means we'll head to a marketplace post-haste, methinks. Is there a merchant and mender here? Merchant and mender. Looking for a merchant and mender. Aha! Here you are. It's a merchant and mender. I want my gear repaired. Well, you see, it is damaged. So is stuff in my armory chest. A lot of stuff in my armory chest. Holy shit. Well, anyways, with this, let us re-equip White Mage for the moment. And let us, we plan on doing stuff in one of the two places, but for now we'll just return to We'll return to Gridania for the moment, because the marketplace is not too far from where we land, where we end up. Because there's multiple things we can do now. First things first, I think we've got enough skills. Let's see if we can promote ourselves. That might be useful. And then we'll go to the marketplace, you see, after that. So, you know. Seeing a crossbar nearly full again. Lovely stuff. Personnel officer. I would like to promote. We actually do have the skills for it. Hooray! In the sight of the elementals, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Serpent Private second class and all rights and privileges associated with the title. Go forth and do that which brings peace to the total and honour to our name. Hooray! And then with the Quartermaster, we now have access to anything that's private second class. Which actually includes a bunch more gear, I think. We just don't have the skills for it. So we can actually see what we get. So we were able to see pretty much most of this stuff anyway. So it's like, huh. Basic gear and then the level 5 gear is much higher wise. Huh. Interesting. Well, anyway, let's head to the market. I'm going to buy myself a shit ton of glamour stuff. Hooray! This is so that we can actually put stuff in our glamour chest. 100%. We've got too much stuff. This is primarily all the stuff that we don't actually need. Anything that's of higher level of classes we haven't leveled yet, then, you know, we'll keep them in place. But, you know, like, seriously, that's just something that we need to sort out, basically. Market board. We are looking. Oh, let's just do a search. And we want glamour. Glamping. That doesn't sound correct there. So here we are, glamour prisms. People sell them 99 a piece. There's one demand. Is that us pressing demand? Someone's selling 46 at a much lower price. A lot of people selling not the same amount. Interesting. Well, we'll buy one lot from this person. And some of these people are selling them in different things. We'll buy this person's 99 and then we'll buy this person's 99. Right, anyway, while we're here, as I did allude to in the previous grind, one thing that I was thinking of is Conjurer Arm, execute search, and look for the correct one. I forget which one it is. Fuck. But there's a specific one that's needed for the quest, for the relic quest line. I'm just seeing if I can see it at all. That's Desimel. These are the various wands. Vintage. No, that's the lower level stuff. Because that's an ebony cane, that's not correct. I don't. Is it Madman's Whispering Rod? There are some high quality ones. Maybe I'm thinking too hard into it. No, we'll think about that at a later point, methinks. Anyways, onwards. Of course, you get the gold bots. Wow, 100,000 K gil, and which is only 6.5 USD, whatever 6.5 means as a whole. Wow, the cheapest of all the prices. AKA, don't fucking do it. It's a bloody scam. Anyone that does it is a fucking idiot. Could I be a little bit more nicer to that idea? No. People are definitely going on now. Oh, wait, hold on. It's 4:45. Yeah, no, people would be on by now, actually, because if they're at school and they're done with school, if they're at work and they haven't been done at an earlier time, then they'll be back as well. The life of being unemployed. Anyway, first things first, let's see if we've got anything that's going to be in the armory. Like, level 5, level 50 robe and level 45 gear can go in the armory. That's nice. That level 45 gear is armory gear. So that's stuff, and that's equipped, so... Glamoring gear. Oh. If you come across a piece of gear whose design tickles your fancy, you may be able to store it in the glamour dresser. So, yeah, we're able to do that. And we can hide gear that's assigned to anything, so... We can also utilize this to be like, is there like a piece of gear that we really, really like? If not, we can sell. So like, I'll then take out the... So actually, what I want to do then, Bobbly, is armory chest and go through. Like, the weathered cane. We'll turn to infantry because we can sell them. Maple wand. Yeah, we'll turn to infantry. A maple crook. You know what? We'll keep that one there so we can put it in. The ash wand. We'll turn to infantry. The weather war axe, obviously. The scepter is apparently what's assigned. Well, I'll keep that in mind when it comes to that then. Actually, you know what would probably be best if we sort things out. So now we can see for sure. So the steel spear is actually worse than tide splitter? Huh. It is actually. I like the idea of the silver belt fork. We'll keep that there so that we do that. The weathered spear, however, will turn to inventory. Same with the bone harpoon. Don't really care about bone harpoon. Feather harpoon, I actually quite like the look of. Brass harpoon, we'll put there. Iron lance, we'll do that. Steel spear's worse. Okay, well, we'll turn to inventory then. Green stuff we'll keep regardless. It's just more the grey stuff. So, like, the bow of owls will stay. Maple short bow will turn to inventory. Plump maple short bow. The ash short bow. Plundered one we'll keep because might as well. But we should have the bone stuff equipped realistically. Pastoral oak cane will return to the inventory. If there's one that has a nice look to it, I might keep on the thing, but no, we'll return to inventory these ones. And I'll keep Maple or elm? Keep the elm one. And then walnut also. Right, that should clean up the bit there, and then... So, the silver battle fork we can, and then we can get a tutorial about equipping glamour plates, which requires us to actually do more stuff. And the feathered harpoon. These are all higher level than what we actually have. Same with that, actually, the Ash Cavalry bow is, but the plundered short bow is lower down. Same with the warp down longbow, since apparently I kept it in there. Might as well put that there then, I guess. That's Machinist, that's staying, that stays, that stays, that stays. I don't know why I kept that there. But Dry Cane, the Heart of House Diandi, the Kibble Kibble, the Elm Quirk, and the Plundered Cane. There we go. Shield wise as well, we've got like 5 shields, there's no need to worry about that right now. Similarly with these, a lot of these are going to end up being... We can sort that as an outfit glamour. Sweet. I'll take that. A lot of the rest of the gear we'll just keep for the time being because we're going to be using it with all the other classes. So yeah, now we can sell pretty much everything else. So yeah, I wonder flames should be in the ton to inventory as well. Don't know why that was not, but okay. That solves that a little bit. We can go to a vendor and sell that stuff. Maybe I should have done this in a different way round a little bit, but we can go to any vendor for selling purposes, really. So yeah, like this. No, that's the smith. I was not wanting to talk to you. Can I sell stuff to you? No, we just sell stuff. No, we just repair stuff, which means I do have to go elsewhere. Okay. Because yeah, as long as we go to a vendor, we'll be able to do stuff there. It's like, take this florist here. Really? Is there a reason you go to a florist? 3 total stuff actually, and a bunch of gardening stuff. So yes, there is a reason why you would. There we go. And if we want to get rid of the succubus card we have to go to the gold saucer for that. So yeah. Wait. What other ones have we got that's level 5 class 5? We've got the Limser ones. I do also want to go to Fireland. Get the Gladiator stuff done. Oh, I've streamed nearly 6 hours today. I don't know how I've achieved that. Well, I took a break. That probably helps. So we do have Daily Dilemma, Axe and Stone, what's in the box, that's the Limser stuff. I did not pick up the Fireland stuff. Weird. So the options there. Actually, yeah, you know what? My pack is actually stopped at that. That's fun. Crap. You know what? One last thing we can do. We can go to the old source. So actually, I'll show off what we'd be doing to be able to do that. Actually, I know we've ended up going back into White Mage for a little bit, but nah, it's fine. And while we're here, we'll do the mini catapult broker. I think it's been too long since the thing for the big one. I think. So that's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 3. Okay, I'll go this one then. Play 6. It's 10 GDP, and I don't think you can ever lose out on this. Like, you can certainly do worse. Like, that's a 1, that's a 7. Boo. Well, that is a 11, that's 252. Fuck it, I'll take it. I don't know if that was the best result, but... Oh, 9 in the middle. Okay, 6, 8, 5. This one, therefore, is... I think it's 20. It's 4 on that, it's 10, and 1 to that is so... I go here. I got 6, I got 10 and 20 again. Ah, well. Is it price climb? No, it's not. There is... there's a triple triad trader here, which you can sell cards for Moogle points. So like the Saragon card and the Succubus card we have. And then we'll have Moogle points, which allows us to then, I don't know, get some of these other ones that we might not have. So, you know, might be worth that. Oh, that appears to be the door. I'll go and grab it. Ow! Yeah, obviously. Oh boy, nose wine. Okay, well, that's a fun thing. And sadly, there's no. Sadly, those are the. And sadly, while I am speaking of fans, and it's quite warm in this room, I can't actually put that fan in my room because, yeah. Crap. Oh well. So yeah, that's just how. So yeah, that's how you go about that. And what's the MTV stage again? It's so that people who have under 500 can actually do something. So yeah, let's. Yeah, we go here. Or we go in order. Teleportation to older. Yeah, let's go older. See, the rod means we did the level 5 Hermitage quest, methinks. So, let's check. Yeah, we did a level 5 one. We're at level 10 one. Level 5 there for Harder Than Rock. And we got various stuff here. Rising for the Gentleman we can pick up. Remembering the Past. There's the Viper quest. I don't know why they put that there. But yeah, sounds like dead, that's Samurai, so... Remembering the Past is more just dialogue galore, but we could maybe pick it up. Yeah. Oh shit, those fans are here. You know what? Since those fans have arrived, I'm gonna have to probably stop now actually, and I've probably got things I gotta do now. Crap. Right, well, next time next time grinding session wise, we'll grind up some of the Final classes. However, we may stream other stuff, or more Final Fantasy in terms of the main storyline, so I can't commit necessarily to grinding, but you'll never know. Hell, we might do Hildebrand next, and this is where we start off of. So, you know, I'll draw the correct thumbnail in time. If you do what you see, you can always check out the other stuff, and of course, you can always do the things on YouTube, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.